Okay, and there we have Rodimus. I almost said Hot Rod again. Rodimus in his robot form. Now this I like. I love this form. With alternators, I found is very much hit and miss. It's you can either get a very, very good robot mode or a very, very bad robot mode, and in the same way you can either get a very bad alt or a very good alt. In this case, this guy has a good alt and a fantastic robot. I love how this guy looks in robot mode. In fact, this is how I have him displayed at the moment. I love his face. Very, very, I don't know, well, let me just put that to the light there. Very much G1-esque. I love as well this little, let me just pull it down first. I like this little visor that he has as well. There, don't know how well, there you are. He has like a little visor as well, which can be lifted up out of the way. Now I do like to have it out of the way, just solely for the fact that it just looks so much better without the visor. There. But personal preference, I believe. His body, his chest there, very, very G1. His whole body, the way his legs are formed, his arms have some very, very nice flame detail on there. He's almost practically got his license plate too hot there on display. Very, very good. There's very little I dislike about this robot mode. The only thing I can think of is this can be very loose, the front chest part, but that's pretty much it. There's nothing else really I can think of that I dislike about this robot, the robot mode. I really, really like it. Again, he just, with his paint job, just looks, but you know, it's like I keep on saying, it's not something that puts me off it completely. It's just, I think I had such high expectations for this. I think that's probably what it was. I had such high expectations for this. When you expect something to arrive and you expect such big things, and it arrives and it kind of disappoints a bit, and then you just think, oh, you know. So, but there we go. Now, I'm going to put him to one side for the moment. You can go down there. See how well you can stand up. Okay. Right. As I've mentioned before, his gun. Now, as with all alternators, his gun is consisted of either his engine or his exhaust. Now, with most alternators, you can get pretty good guns. Hound, Swindle, the gun in the wheel, which I will do a review of both of them, but fantastic. You've got Wheeljack with a sword, which is brilliant. You've got ones like Wheeljack's gun. I mean, his sword's fantastic, but his gun is good. But of all of them, Hot Rod's Rodimus's is terrible. Absolutely, I detest this gun. It's the most lame excuse for a gun you can possibly get. This is his engine, and all you do is you separate these. I'm saying all you do, and I can't do it. You'd separate these two parts, and they both form two guns. Fantastic, he's got two guns. No, it's not. Here's his first gun. You take the yellow tab there, fold that down, there's his gun. That is the most ridiculous, let's see if you can see it, that is the most ridiculous excuse for a gun I've ever seen. I hate it. I detest it. A Hot Rod in the cartoons, in the comics, in everything, has always had a huge uber gun. Massive, massive, massive gun. A lot like Optimus Prime's gun. He's got this huge, massive rifle, which I think is probably like a fantastic nod to the fact that he took over Optimus Prime, that he also has a huge, massive gun. And for the Alternators version, they've given him a little idly piddly gun. So, but they didn't stop there. No. They gave him this one as well, which is pretty much the same thing. You fold that down, like so. But then you fold this engine part round. Oh, and I've dropped it. Now, did I drop it or did I throw it? Now, there's a question for you. The amount of times I've wanted to throw this. That is his other gun. I mean, that's just, it's... Please leave a comment if you agree, disagree, why, what, hows, but this is terrible. I do display him with this gun. I'll display him with this gun, just for the fact that he's got a gun. But this goes to the back of the shelf, behind anything I can find to just hide it behind, because it's rubbish. It's terrible. It's, hate it. That much. I really do. So let me just put Rodimus's gun in his hand. Now it took me a while to get his gun in his hand, so I've just cut a little bit there. But there we go. That's Rodimus with his gun. I mean, that's just... It's like pew 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 pew. A little tiny pea shooter against... He's supposed to be the guy who took over Optimus Prime. This is supposed to be like the next great leader since Optimus Prime. And they've given him a little tiny pea shooter. A little spud gun. A little tiny pistol. It's probably a water gun. Galvatron stood there with his great big cannon. And Rodimus has to see him off with a water pistol. Which... Now I know that people are going to be saying, well, they only have a small engine, it's an alternator, you know, they have to make it realistic, blah blah blah, all the rest of it, they make engines into guns. Yes, I agree with all that, yes. The fact that they have weapons that make exhaust pipes or guns or stowaway on the bottom is brilliant, you know, it's a really, really good touch, one of the things I love about the alternator. But if that means that it's caused Rodimus to have something like this, I called him Rodimus. First time, it's toward the end. To have one of these, it's terrible. Hate it. But not as much as this one. I won't even give this one the light of day. Rubbish. So that's my review for Rodimus. If you can find this guy quite cheap on eBay, then buy him. If you buy him for, I don't know, 20 quid, you've got an absolute bargain. Because as much as I looked, I could never find one for that price. I paid... Can't remember how much I paid for this guy, but you're looking at £40 around about for this guy. Is he worth it? Yes, I'm going to say yes, he is worth it. Definitely, if you can find one of these guys, pick him up. He's brilliant. But he disappointed me because I had such high expectations. He was like the big alternator that I really, really wanted, and when I finally got him, he was quite disappointing. So don't have such high hopes. And then you might be impressed, whereas I really wasn't too much. So anyway, this is me, this is Spider-Kel. My review for Rodimus is over. I shall be posting some more. Post some comments, post some feedback, anything like that, anything to help me make my reviews better. I shall be back very soon with another one. Until then, I shall see you all soon. Take care.